All right, guys, so we kind of finally figured out what's going on with the truck, and thanks to my guy here, Nick, that's his company right there. If you want to talk to him a little bit about your company, what y'all do mobile mechanics, but he was explaining right now what all a lot of stuff that they do, not just come work on your truck, but they do PMs too, right?
Yeah, we do PMs. It's called Orion's Mobile Fleet Service. We're out of Houston, Texas. We show up wherever you're at. We'll do anything and everything you want pretty much. If you need PMs done, we'll come do it wherever you're at. If you're in a parking lot, Walmart parking lot, if you're in your contractor's yard, if you're broke down the side of the highway, we come, we diagnose, we fix, we go get parts. Anything you need, we'll typically get done for you. And anywhere around the Houston area, we've even driven to Louisiana to go fix trucks too. So
there you go.
Yeah.
When you're a customer of theirs, they're gonna go hook you up wherever. I mean, within reason, right? They're gonna go do whatever they have to do. So what did we figure out, man? What did we kind of see that's going on with this truck?
So we're having some fuel pressure issues. So anytime the truck was under a load and it was requiring more pressure, the truck was essentially shutting down, or it was starting to hesitate. So what we started doing is we looked at, see first what the check engine codes were. The check engine codes were for injector pressure. So we started looking at the fuel filters in the fuel system, took apart one of the fuel filters, your primary fuel or your secondary fuel filter. On the bottom, the O-ring, the seal on the O-ring was actually cut. So what happens is in your fuel filter housing, you're not getting a good seal. And so you're going to get air pockets in there. And what's going to happen is when you push your throttle down, you're requiring more fuel. It's going to suck in more fuel and not allow it to pressure up, the system to pressure up. So when your pressure goes down, your rate goes down, and then you're going to hesitate and you're going to lose horsepower. And that's basically what he was having.
Yeah, that's what I was having, man. Guys, I had to back the truck. I got it started finally from last night, and I backed it up all the way to the yard, and then I pulled in here, took everything off. But when I was pulling in, as I gave it also power, it started hesitating again. So it's kind of like that symptom of it's just air in your system, basically. And let me show you guys exactly what we're talking about here. So here's the filter here. So here's the filter here, and you see how this is broken right here? Brand new filter, and I guess it was just put on wrong. But I mean, am I upset of the guy that put it on? No, mistakes happens, guys. Mistakes happen all the time, and unfortunately, I have to pay the price for it this time, but we'll just be more careful next time, for sure. But I'm gonna take this filter back and see if I can get them to give me another one. And but what is cool, guys, about all this situation is when you meet up with honest people, like he could have just came and hooked up his computer directly and just started doing all kinds of stuff, and could have been, you know guys, the road service guy that's out to get you, not to really help you. And this guy came over and just kind of he helped me out, and he was explaining everything and how to do things and what would be the better route for me to take. And it's very, very appreciated. I mean, our owner-operators, you guys, we appreciate people that are like him, honest people. And he said that his whole crew is like that. So y'all are all big, like a tight-knit, like a family, basically. Yep. And so I really appreciate that. I mean, I really do.
Thank you.
So, yeah, guys, so that's the update right now on the truck. We're going to go get this filter. I'm gonna install it. I'm going to let him go. He explained to me how to install it and everything. So we're gonna let him go do his thing, and then I'm gonna go get that filter and we'll get it back on, and hopefully that'll be it. If not, then we'll just give him a call again. And what number do we get a hold of you at, man?
It's on the side of the truck. You can call us at 281-639-2147 is our company dispatch number. If you ever need any help, so Orion's Mobile Fleet Service. We're here out of Houston, Texas. If you need any help, questions, or anything like that, call us.
Remember, oil changes, they do PMs on site, which is very, very important. You can take your day off, call them up, they'll come to your truck and do whatever they have to do, and you can still be off instead of wasting your whole day to go get your oil changed, which is what I do. And that's just all that time wasted. So
it's a convenience factor.
It is. It is. So if you're in the Houston area, look these guys up. Real honest guy, and I really appreciate it, man.
Give us a call. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man. All right, guys, so we ended up going back to the place where I got my oil changed. I know accidents happen, guys, and things happen, and I understand. So I wasn't very upset about that. I mean, it is what it is. So we went ahead and got a brand new one, and made sure that it wasn't cut right here. So everything seems to be good on it. And we're just gonna install it back on here. Go ahead and put the new O-ring. Might as well do that again, even though that one's fresh, but I mean, while you have it, might as well go ahead and do it. And so basically this O-ring right here. So we'll just put that on here, and hopefully that should fix our problem. The whole time, guys, I always thought it was some type of fuel issue. So all right, so I'm gonna look inside here, see if we don't see any debris. Doesn't seem like there's any debris in there. And we'll go ahead and replace this O-ring here, if we can even get it off. Almost had it. There we go. So there you go. Just take that one off, and then grab the new one and put it on here. And then we should be good to install. We should be good to install the new filter. Make sure we seat it on here correctly, because according to what the mechanic was saying, that these systems are very, very finicky, and they're very, very for any little thing they throw these pressure codes. So like I said, here goes our filter. So he said just basically put it in real slow, just kind of finesse it a little bit so we can get it on to the bottom. And there it is. So it's in there. This one's good to go. Somebody on a bike. Shout out to all my bikers out there. My daughter just got a 2005 750 Honda 750 Cruiser. So we're going to be out riding here pretty soon, hopefully. Can't wait. Her and her husband actually got two separate locations. We got the exact same bike, basically. Let me get a wrench real quick. Yeah, so they got their motorcycles, and now they just got to get their endorsements or go get their license, and we're going to go riding. Pretty excited about that. This whole thing, guys, is all plastic, and that's how they're doing these engines now. Mostly plastic. We're gonna snug it up really good, make sure that it doesn't catch any more air. All right, mechanic said to pump it up a little bit, so here's our mechanical pump. I don't know if you guys can see it. Our little hand pump here. Man, what an ordeal over a over a filter. All right, so let's just hand pump it so it gets nice and tight, and then we'll crank her up, see what she does. And hopefully she won't throw the codes anymore. And I'll show you guys here the codes real quick whenever I get it running here. All right, so we got that pumped in already, or pumped down. Take all our stuff off of here, get this debris off of here. All right, she's running. I've also had it where these housings crack too, and that also introduces air into the system. So clean her up. All right, let's go in the truck, and I'll show you guys the codes, and then we'll clear them out. And normally what it was doing is, once I cleared it out, sorry about that, once I cleared out the codes, it would be fine, it would idle fine, but when you rev it up, it would give the code back again. So hopefully that'll be it. So let's go inside and let's get that going. All right, so we got our scan tool on. It's already on the truck, and we're gonna go ahead and just fire it up here on our, oh, let me turn my phone on real quick. Oh man, it's hot out here, but yeah, what an ordeal, guys, what an ordeal. Like I said, I can't really 100% blame the guy that installed it, but then at the same time, you know, a little bit more time, and then expecting next time. I know this was a learning thing for both of us, something that we both learned, and we're both gonna, you know, next time he does another pack car, he's gonna check to make sure that that part isn't broken. And me myself, every time I go up there and get it done, I'm gonna make sure and I inspect that everything, all the seals are right, because this ordeal cost me a pretty penny when it shouldn't have. So yeah, all right, so we're firing up our phone here. Come on, baby. I don't have no check engine lights, no warning lights, which I didn't have early. Well, actually I had a check engine light earlier. It popped up afterwards. Let's fire up our diagnostic tool right here. All right, so let's fire up our tool. Actually, let's unplug it and replug it. Make sure the Bluetooth is on. Oh, Bluetooth was turned off, so we'll turn that on. And now we go to the OTR tool here. Click on that. Let's see, close. There it is. So there's scanning. You should have 4 check marks right here as it goes through. I think it's on. There he goes. First check mark. Second one. Third one, and one more. Come on. Come on. All right. So we have, normally you'd have the code right here, and so there's no code right now. So we're gonna rev it up real quick. And what's cool, guys, about this system too is that you can, well, there are your fault codes or no fault codes right now. You can do live data, and this live data gives you a bunch of information on your truck. You can just scan through fuel pressures. The fuel pressure, he said, was good. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be, but he said it was about 50 to 60, which is right here. That's the fuel pressure right there. And as you rev it up, you see the difference. You see it changing. So you see that it goes up quite a bit more. So actually now it's actually going up quite a bit more than it was when we were doing it last time. So yeah, there was probably an issue with that fuel filter. It had just that piece that was broken, and that was all it needed. And that is a seal. So the mechanic's saying that that's an actual seal, and it had to be intact. If not, it was gonna end up doing what it did. But it's holding. These are all the pressures. Like again, I said again. It gives you all kinds of information though. Engine fuel temperature, just all kinds of temperatures. Now let's go to the codes where, the commands. So these are the commands, guys, that you have. So those of you that I didn't explain it to you that good last time, luckily this kind of luckily and not really luckily, this happened to us, but we get to open this up again. So resets fault codes is which I was resetting. Resets D-rate, resets EGR D-rate, resets DEF purge counter, install new DPF, install and clean DPF, and force regen at the bottom, which is very important as well. So those are different functions that you have. And actually the mechanic was a little surprised that I had this tool and how advanced this tool actually was. Almost a little more than what he had. But I didn't, like I said, if he would have connected his tool, his scan tool to my truck, he would have charged me extra for that. So very honest of him that he did not, that he just told me, hey, your tool is good enough and we're gonna go by that. But he could have just been that person, just show up, hook up, and then whatever, and then you get charged for it, which is not cool. So we're gonna be revving it up. Usually when I revved it up, it would get a fault code right there immediately, and I haven't seen one come up yet. you guys can see live, guys, that I'm not lying about none of this, and this is how this actually works. I wish it would have still kind of had the fault code so I could have showed you guys and reset it for you, but unfortunately I do not anymore. But yeah, it gives you all kinds of information, guys, vehicle information. So it gives you the VIN number, the year model of your truck. Like, all this is all connected to your computer. This was not inputted by me, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it just gives you all the information on your truck. Got their website, history, fault codes right here. Here we go. So these are the fault codes that I was getting. See all these fuel pressure codes that I was getting right there? Y'all want to pause it to look at that. But those are all the codes that I was getting because of this whole filter ordeal here. So pretty cool that you have all this history. But it was giving it quite a bit, so there's a few of them here. And it saves all this stuff. And you can actually save it. You can actually do it where it'll save all time, or like you see right here, 7-day, 30-day, 90 days. So it'll give you all this information and keep it for you. So pretty cool tool, guys. I mean, not paid advertisement. They're not paying me to talk about this tool. I just wanted you guys to see right now that this is actually happening in person, and you guys know what's going on with my truck. But thank the Lord, guys, everything happens for a reason. I just can't stress that enough with you guys. Everything happens for a reason. God has a plan for everything. Say it, don't spray it. Sorry, I spit. God has a plan for everything for us, guys. This load was not meant for me. Something could have happened to me along the way, and no hard feelings. It is what it is. I didn't make the revenue. I lost money, but at the end of the day, we are safe and sound, which is what's most important. But hopefully you guys got a little bit of information, guys, on what to look for whenever you get your oil changed and get your fuel filters changed, not only in the PACCAR car, but in other trucks, that you can also check to make sure that everything's intact, because that ordeal could have cost me thousands of dollars, because I could have broke down on the side of the road, could have had to have, well, I did break down on the side of the road, but I wasn't far from the yard. I could have needed a tow truck, taking it to a dealer, lost days of work right there. This little scan tool has helped me out so dang much, and God always looking out for me. But with that being said, guys, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you guys got a little bit of information. Don't forget to be kind to one another, guys. Help anybody needs help. Anybody contemplating suicide, 1-800-273-8255. Military men and women, thank you so much for your service. See you guys on the next video. Peace. We're out of here.